Hi, I'm Vince, and welcome to our channel. Today is the final update of the Minivan Camper. We finished it, so we're going to look. We finished the leather that we had talked about, and I stamped in Adventurevan. My brother had all the stuff, so I used his tools, and I had some leftover leather from some projects I'd done a few years ago. The stamps, amazingly, this right here, Tammy was going to try to use. This is a kind of a neat story. These are a byproduct of an operation that a machine does for me. This is the cutter. And as the cutter runs across this plastic, it coils the plastic. And in this particular case, you can see it coil 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And these are this is just a byproduct. And each time it goes through, it makes a different coil. Like, look at these, where they're these tight little. I thought they were beautiful and didn't throw them away. Tammy was trying to put them on the leather, and between the two of us, we figured out I could stamp them. I could press it into the leather. So that's what we did. Just really, they're beautiful. And there's so many of them. I've got a couple others here. There were so many of them, I was just walking on them. They were on the floor, and every one of them, they're like snowflakes. They're different. I ran my little 12-volt power supply right here, and I can plug in. All 3 of these lights are chargeable through this port. So this is just a real nice. This will make it convenient. As you can see, I put some extra pieces. The leftover from the backsplash turned out to be really easy to it's a peel off back. So I just stuck them on there. The Lazy Susan came out great. I had to glue a corner tile right there because when you open it, it interfered. So I just glued it. Now it works great. So this all came out nice, and then the leather on this side. The little handles, I finally made little walnut handles, and then I just made some hardware, and it's just real simple. It just goes behind the frame, and the weight hopefully will always keep it locked. We made a place for, we're going to call her O. It's an orchid, and she went with us on our last trip, and we didn't really have a place to put her, and she ended up falling over and on the ground, and we couldn't believe she survived, but she did so well that she's going with us now. I put leather. You can see I just kind of collaged, stuck scrap leather onto the plastic in the back. We'll go around back and take a look. Here's the leather that Tammy's side that she did. We each took a side and decided how to do it. She chose to use the stance, and oh, it just came out gorgeous. The extra storage we've created has just been tremendous. Here we have a storage door that it'll be our our shower bags. Each of us has a shower bag. This thing goes clear back to the wheel well. It's huge back there. The little latches I make. Just a little, they're just very simple. There's one on this side. Oops. There's one right here. And on this side, if the rugs are interfering. On this side, we've got a little mat that you can put when we step out. We have our vac in there. We have a little whisk broom. Just things to keep things clean. The only thing we're doing different this time is before we put clothes in both sides. This time we're going to make this a kitchen. I made these temporary cardboard dividers until I decide what will be permanent. We're hoping to just stack all the different food and cooking items that we would need. And it'll make it accessible in the van. Before, we kept this stuff in the very back, and it was difficult to get when you needed. You had to get out, open the back. We think it'd be better to have it up here. Let's go out back and see what I did to the back. Okay, back here, if you watch the previous video, I had two valves that controlled the direction of the water for the shower. This is a much simpler system. Sink, shower, way simpler. When we open up, we've now created our new cabinet on this side, and of course here's our fuses. Very similar to where I had it before. In here, we've put our first aid kit. We've got extra paper towels, some gloves, trash bags. There's more room for more back there. I'm not sure what we're gonna put back there yet. This will basically be some tools, that's a compressor, our table, a shovel. I always carry a shovel. The car jack is now in this location. It used to go onto a permanent mount. Nothing's changed back here. I can kind of show this. Just the tanks. The amount of extra storage we've created is pretty incredible. Yeah, you can see this is the way I finished it up. I put one final piece of the back tile. Turns out it would flex just a little bit. Let me fit it. You can see the leather. And then didn't need the leather on that part. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm so glad it's finished. It ended up costing about $300, we think. Most of the materials were things I already had. So it took a lot of labor, a lot of work. It just shows how you can think outside the box and just really make something beautiful that's just a plain old van. So I just think that's the most important thing, is we can make these things nice. Thanks for tuning in, and there'll probably be some more tips when we get back. We're going to go to Florida, and I'm sure we'll learn more And when we get back, we'll share. Thanks.